What's good? What's good with you folks? This is Poet Davis coming to you with the truth. This is I Need a Mic podcast where I will be discussing mental health struggles I battle with just like you. Let's talk about it's a tagline I use. It's to say enough is enough. Give me my damn mic. I'm tired. The trauma I'm going through. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Hope y'all's out there staying safe and keep everybody else around you safe. So before I get to this episode, let me go ahead and put a content warning. If there's anything I have or has said in previous episodes that had offended you or anyone you have shared any episodes with, I'd like to apologize. I would also like to remind you I do not condone what I said, but on my podcast, I am real, I am authentic, and I am a warrior. I am no longer censored. I am no longer limited. I am no longer silent. Mental health will censor you. Mental illness will limit you. And mental emotions will silence you. So today's episode is titled Supposed to Be Better. So the purpose of this episode is, of course, not to judge or personally put anyone down mentally or emotionally. I'm hoping with this episode we can agree with many views on how we can improve ourselves. So let me give out this a nice announcement. I will also recite a poem with this episode as well. But before I get to this episode, let me give out this announcement. I have decided to expand I Need a Mic podcast. So, um, I Need a Mic podcast is not only on Spotify, iTunes, and Google Podcasts. Also, um, I'm also involved with with a excuse me, with a Android app called Wisdom. Wisdom is like another podcast platform where you can, like, just like on here, broadcast your episode and publish it on an app. But you could also allow guests to come in and to also like be, be that guest for the episode, but also give off their own inputs on just on the topic that you are speaking. So I've maybe just got involved with this app maybe almost 2 weeks ago, and I'm receiving a lot of positive positive reviews. And um I'm building new podcasters relationships, and it is so good. It is so good to really do it. It really do. So going back to supposed to be better. Growing up, what are some things that has affected you? You know, so what I mean by that is what I mean by that is only you could really answer that question. So you are the author to your book, you are the director to your movie, you are the producer to your own music. So no one can answer that question better than you, right? So with this example, I'm gonna just give off this example. So say like you're a single parent, and you have one child, right? You know that there is a lot of things that you haven't took the time to heal from and to grow from, and you're excuse me. So a lot of the things that you decided not to heal or to grow from, you're also decided not to get any help, right? So you treat your child exactly how you was treated growing up. It's this episode is to really say, and we're supposed to be better than the things that we were raised around or raised with, or the things that we had grew up upon, and we're supposed to be better than the shit we have dealt with, the shit that have affect us. I can say loud and clear, I have PTSD, I have depression, I have anxiety. So you know your mental illness and your mental health is really something that you should definitely make the time to really recover from, right? To really get help from, right? So, so if you're also out there struggling with your mental health and your mental illness, and you know anybody who are contemplating on suicide, please tell them to pick up the phone and call 988. Tell them to call 988 and seek some help that's really going to help them at the end. Even if it's listening to a podcast that is also telling them the exact same thing that you will be telling them, telling some type of way they should seek help. Seek help. Call 988. So this month is Suicide Awareness Month. Man, this month is one hell of a crazy month. I just it's nice to know. It's nice to know more now than ever before. What months are really important, or what months really celebrate mental health awareness. Other than May being mental health awareness, it's nice to know that September is the month to celebrate suicide awareness. So it really does help out just to know a lot of these awareness and the months that they fall in. Also, happy Hispanic Heritage Month as well. Anybody who's Hispanic and they're listening to I Need a Mic, I'd like to say thank you so much. I believe I said in various different episodes that this podcast is helping me heal more and more every day. I am working on myself. I am making peace with myself. I'm making terms with a lot of the things that for a long time I didn't make the time to really fix it. Now that I have the time and have the space, man, I'm literally getting my shit together. So, and that also includes with this episode that so personally, I know I'm going off a topic, so let me get back on topic. So you're a single parent, you have one child, and you decide to treat your child the same way that you was raised. And we supposed to be better than that? And we have any of you parents, whether you're a father or mother or stepmother, stepfather, godparent, foster parent, adoptive parent, I lost my train of thought for a minute. So, have you really dealt with something so bad in your life that you told yourself that you're not going to treat your child like how you was treated, right? And don't get me wrong, we all said that. I've said that, to myself as well. If I wanted to bring children into the world, into my life, but I have personally decided that I'm good. I mean, if I happen to meet a partner, another woman who so happens just to be a parent, I would be okay with that. I would be glad with that. Like, I would love her way much. I mean, of course, I will always love somebody regardless. Like, don't get me wrong, I will. But because I know that you were actually ready to give give your heart to another human being and to bring them into this world, regardless of everything that you know that you're struggling with, you decided to say, hey, I can still love. I can still cut a deep piece of myself and to give to somebody else who I decided to bring into this world. Man, I would really be like, yo, I love you. Like, I love you more than what I'm just saying. You really said, I got this. You really said, I can do this. You really said, I'm doing it. Because there's some people out there who are not meant to be parents. And then there's some people out there who are parents. Who are meant to be parents. There's parents who should. People who should be parents, parents who shouldn't be parents. I've heard that. I've heard from various different family members that it would have been nice to know how I would have been a parent. I'm like, I'm good. I'm more appreciative and more at peace with being a godparent and being an auntie, being an older cousin, or being a big sister, or being a little sister. I'm okay with that. I just know that with my family, it's just not meant for me to bring children into the world. And that's just me personally. I don't want nobody to make their own decisions about bringing innocent angels into this world. I would just rather not do it. And I guess that's nothing against nobody. I'm good. I'm just good respectfully. So, supposed to be better. So you're treating your child or children exactly how you was treated. You're saying the exact same thing to them what was said to you. You're acting the exact so everything. So it's just like that old saying, the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. How come you, as the parent, never caught that apple and said, no, I am doing this my way and just my way? It doesn't even have to be about what it is that you had grew up with. It's just you just saying, I am about to do something that is unexpected. I'm about to say something that is unexpected. I'm about to act a certain way that is unexpected. It's not necessary to say to be better. Of course, we could all improve ourselves mentally and emotionally, physically and spiritually. But it's not to say to be better. It's to say, really, this is what I am improving on myself. I am improving myself mentally. I'm improving myself emotionally. I'm improving myself physically. I am improving myself spiritually. I am improving myself financially. It's not to say that you are better. And it's definitely not to say you are perfect. But it's to say these are the lessons of what I have learned on what is going to help me become a better me. So, growing up in different upbringings can affect us uh, positively and, of course, negatively, right? So, this episode, I don't want to give out a lot of personal examples. I really just want to talk. I really just want to talk. So you can, of course, tell me if I'm right or wrong or some things. I don't care about being wrong. If anything, it will help me become more aware of the things I was not introduced to. And I can only hope that you would really understand that yo, I'm saying straight up. If I'm wrong, let me know. If I said something that was harmful or hurtful, let me know respectfully, and I will be gladly to apologize to you about it. And I will also be glad to show you I'm moving on about it. So don't be over a little simple mistake over me thinking that is constantly something that's going to define me. It's not. So if I'm right on some things, then let's continue conversations on how we can motivate each other while going through our struggles. So our stories may be different, but our emotions and mental states may be the same. So with this episode poem, I have wrote this um a little after I had received a gift from Mama Juju, and it was a custom made quilt blanket. So for a long time, me and Mama Juju, we had lost touch with each other. And when we had reconnected, I was I was giving Mama Juju the side eye to if she really, really, really loved me. Cause so many times, being in an abusive relationship, it really do change you. So you get told constantly that nobody love you. You get told constantly that your family didn't care about you. You get told constantly that your family didn't give a shit about you. There's so much shit that just kick you down, pull you down, or held you down. You never knew how to overcome those stupid things and to pick yourself up. So for a long time, I was tripping. So I needed to finally pick myself up. So this poem is titled Tears on My Blankie. Tears on my blankie confirms the truth. You really do love me after all we have gone through. As a former fostered youth, we get told the love you had didn't show any proof. Get back, Satan. God will always show you the truth. I miss the love I have for you. Please forgive me. I was a kid when I walked out that door. I told myself I was through. I miss coming home to you. After school, I hop on the bus thinking my next stop was Richmond too. Now I get sad knowing being independent was the best decision I could do. The phone calls we are having are helping my mental state more and more too. I remember all of what you taught me. You asked me, do I still believe in God? And I said, yes, I do. I just don't believe in the people who preach but have skeletons in their closets too. You said, that's right, baby. Do what's best for you. I said, Mama, I dealt with the homophobic crew. I dealt with the homophobic crew you were so feared I would dealt with back in high school. You said, don't worry about the devil's workers. Eventually, they got someone to answer to. We had to get off the phone because I needed to go to the bathroom. You said, okay, baby, I love you. I said, I'll talk to you later, Mama. I love you too. So, that is Tears on My Blankie. Tears on My Blankie was it was more of like a reminder of, I needed to stop looking for better. I just needed to practice on how to tell folks on how to treat me. I left home thinking I was about to get better. I was about to find better. I was going to find better love. I was going to get better love. This person is going to love me better than home. That person was going to love me way much better than ever going back home. None of the people in my past could ever touch anything closer to what I was already receiving. They just made it worse. Much worse. So, my generation has some interesting roller coasters of emotions as parents. Parent figures, personal mentors. So, how do you raise your child or children? What I mean by that is, do you say the same things that were said to you as a child? Do you do the same thing that was done to you as a child? It's just about time for us to stop with the fucking generation stigmas, man. Like, all of that stigma that we were raised upon is very toxic now. I mean, it could be viewed as toxic. It could be interpreted as toxic. It could be, it's just the feelings and the vibes of things. It's like, whoa, that is not right. That is not how you should, that's not how you should raise your child, or that's not how you should talk to your child. That's not how you should treat your child. That's not the things that is best to do to your child. No. And we supposed to be better. We all know we dealt with some hard ass shit growing up, some tough ass shit growing up. We all got testimonies out here. We all got stories out here. Why the hell would we want to be so content and so comfortable with treating someone the same way we was treated? Like, I have expressed that I was in a very abusive relationship some years ago. And from that relationship, I never decided to treat my future partner the same way. I was like, no, I'm not going to control you. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to sit up here and be very insecure. I'm going to want to talk to you. I'm going to want to ask you things. Basically, I was saying, look, I am willing to communicate with you. Would you agree to communicate with me? Just to keep a lot of these insecurities and triggers away. Would you just do something better versus with whoever you did it before me? That's what I was really saying. So if you have listened to some of the other episodes, particularly the first episode as well, I'm happily single. I can say that now proudly. What I could also say proudly is I'm working on myself more and more every day. I have that space. I have that time. This is my moment. I'm finally putting myself together. So I'm not out here trying to get better, or not trying to get better. I'm not out here trying to find better than whoever I was with before. I simply just want somebody to treat me the same. I would treat me the same way how I was treat them. Like, if you want love, then shit, I want love too. If you have some things to work on, I have some things to work on too. Help me heal my soul, because I'm sick and tired of giving my heart away. So, if there's ever anything you would like to discuss or to talk on, just hit me up on Instagram. I'm up on Instagram. on I Need a Mic on Instagram. And if you also are involved with the app Wisdom, let me know. I would love to tune into your broadcast, and I would love to be a guest and then listen to whatever it is that you got to say. So for this episode closeout quote, I don't know who said this, but whoever did, thank you. Everyone you meet is fighting a battle you know nothing about. Be kind. Always. So let me say that again for somebody in the back. Everyone you meet is fighting a battle you know nothing about. Be kind. Always. So, now you have heard me speak some truth. This is my way of passing the mic to you. I hope my courage, will, and drive motivate you. Y'all take care, stay safe, and kiss them kids every day.